All right, Shalawam. I'm going to start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakwakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, the men that told me this truth, and peace and salutation to you sincere Akims that's pushing out this word in all truth and all sincerity. All right, so this lesson is basically, dealing with the disease, what the world England calls vitiligo, all right, which is actually leprosy, according to the Holy Bible, all right. This girl you see on the screen, all right, she's suffering from the condition vitiligo, all right. But you're gonna see in this video, they saying how how she's brave to come out instead of wearing makeup and showing her real exact look, as far as her being having basically leprosy, man. What she would do, she would cover her face up with tons of makeup, and she would hide the way she looked, because in all actuality she's unclean. All right, the title says Mariah's big decision to come clean, but she's actually unclean, all right, according to the Holy Bible. All right, so let me play this video real quick.
It takes a lot more courage to find love in her own skin.
Some people don't like people who look different, people who look like abnormal.
She has been dating Malik, but he has never seen her without her mask.
If I found a guy who accepted me 100% without my makeup, like just completely natural, that'd be amazing.
Will she find true love when she comes clean?
What I have is called vitiligo. It is a skin condition in which you do not have enough pigmentation in your skin. I honestly don't even remember what my face looked like with a whole skin complexion. It's been that long. It started when I was younger. I was like maybe 11, 12 years old. Usually it's like harder to deal with growing up at that prime teenage age where you just really want to fit in.
There was a lot she had to deal with. People were always staring and looking, so I kind of felt bad for her, and I was just angry. I was angry because I didn't think that it was something that she should have.
This is cute.
I like that one too. You got a really nice smile.
My forehead, mother.
But Mariah's teenage years are missing from the family albums.
I chose to get rid of so many pictures of myself like that because I hate that I did that. It drives me crazy now. But it was hard because at that time I never felt ever really pretty. I never felt really attractive or cute at all.
It would be great for her to find someone. I'm really excited about it, but I want to also protect her in a way that she doesn't get hurt.
Malik and Mariah are going on their third date.
We talked about her skin condition on the last date. It was a very casual conversation.
But how will he react when he finally sees it?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
In the middle of cooking. Didn't want to leave the stove on or burn anything.
Alrighty. Well, thank you kindly.
Is it decent? If it's awful, we could always order pizza.
This is by far the worst thing I've ever seen. No, this is actually really good.
Yay! Thank you. Are you finished?
This is why you shouldn't have objects in your hand.
Obviously. I'll put this away. I'm gonna crush some cargo. We're gonna egg.
That knife. Oh,
it's a butter knife.
You see that?
It's a butter knife.
You know what? If I suffer from internal bleeding, I'm blaming you.
You really are a whole child. Go in the living room. I'll be back. I feel comfortable enough to have my makeup off. It's not a secret.
With everything going well, Mariah makes a big decision to come clean.
So, like, you absolutely stunning as usual.
Not accepting any flattery right now.
Well, either way, you look cool.
You know what? You are cheating. What in the... No, you are cheating. I refuse to believe that you have won.
Rather hurt your pride than your gorgeous face.
Oh, no need for compliments now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just have to find a reason not to.
No, I'm gonna win fairly. It's not the point.
I've had a lovely time as always.
Of course, it was fun.
I don't know what sort of magical nonsense went on in there, but she looked absolutely stunning to me. Her without her makeup is so unique and so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's one thing for you to feel confident in yourself, but when somebody else has confidence in you and they give you words of affirmation, it helped me see the beauty that a lot of people were always talking about.
All right, so you just witnessed that video with this young lady. She suffering from the skin condition vitiligo, which in the Bible it speaks on this condition, and it's actually leprosy. All right, and if you read the comments, they go in on how how beautiful she is, how this guy he's a real man for being with her and saying all these things about her, how beautiful she is and all, but in all actuality, she's unclean. She's not even supposed to be, in the midst of the congregation, man. When you have leprosy, you're basically put out, man. Okay, you're put out among the congregation. I mean, when I speak of the congregation, I'm talking about the nation of Israel, man. Okay, so let's get some scriptures, man. Okay, this is the book of Leviticus chapter 13. Matter of fact, that's 13. I'm gonna start at verse 1, and this is going into the whole law, the law of leprosy. Okay, so this is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai spoke unto Moses and Aaron, saying, When a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or a bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priest." Okay, so this is what they would do in the ancient time. Okay, they would see if the person has leprosy, they would check it, and then make them go to the Levite priest. The Levite priest is being Aaron, and the offspring of Aaron. All right, they would look, they would check it, and determine if this person was clean or unclean. And it says, "And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh," meaning that, all right, you might see a covering or a spot which is basically lighter than the person's actual pigmentation, then that would be considered as a plague of leprosy, right? And it says, then the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. Okay, so when you have leprosy, you're considered unclean, man. Okay, in the eyes of the priest and also in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, It says, if the bright spot be white, okay, let's go to the video we've seen. All right, if the bright spot be white, okay, because you see she has pigmentation on her forehead, but the rest of her face, it's a white bright spot. Okay, but it says, if the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut up him that have the plague 7 days. Okay, but in actuality, this person, she had the actual bright white spot, and it was lighter than her skin. It was lighter than her complexion. Okay, so she's actually unclean. And to prove that she wouldn't be among the midst of the people, okay, let's go to the story of Aaron and Moses' sister, man. Miriam. What it talked about Miriam basically coming against Moses, and what the Lord did, the Lord cursed her with leprosy. Okay, let's get that. That's in the book of Numbers, chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 1 to get it, a clear definition, explanation of the reason why Miriam, she got cursed, man, because she came up against Moses, man. Talking shit about him marrying a heathen woman, which was the Ethiopian woman. Okay, as this is Numbers chapter 12 verse 1. It says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Okay, and to marry an Ethiopian woman, he was marrying a heathen. All right, so Miriam, she was against Moses marrying an Ethiopian woman, but it wasn't in her, it wasn't for her to say it. She wasn't supposed to speak up against Moses, man. Even though she was older than Moses, all right, she wasn't supposed to say nothing against Moses, because guess what? The Most High was dealing with Moses, man. He wasn't dealing with Miriam. Okay, and it says, and they said, have the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai indeed spoken only by Moses? Have he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Okay, so now they're trying to put themselves on the same pedestal as Moses, both Aaron and Miriam. All right, and the Lord heard it. The Lord heard them talking shit to Moses. Okay, but he didn't plague Aaron with the curse of leprosy. He plagued Miriam, because at the end of the day, Miriam is a woman, and a woman, they're not supposed to speak up as far as come against the Lord's anointed, man. When a woman's supposed to be silent in the churches, man. All right, a woman's supposed to be someone that you see but not heard of. That's basically a role of a woman, man. She's supposed to be seen and not heard. Okay, and her coming up against Moses, the Lord got mad at that. All right, and it says, now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches, man. So that shows you what type of level Moses is on, man, where the Most High would speak to Moses mouth to mouth. Like he wasn't giving Moses no vision, and he wasn't giving him no parable to speak in. He would speak to Moses extremely exactly what he wanted Moses to do. you know, face to face, mouth to mouth. All right. And it says, and the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Okay, just like this individual right here. All right, came white as snow. Okay, we don't know if her whole body was white. It could have been, she had, half pigmentation and half, which is going to go into, matter of fact, okay, because it did say, matter of fact, let me read on, okay, because it says, behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous, man. Okay, yeah, she was a leopard, man. The Most High took her pigmentation, okay. Whether he took all the pigmentation or he took bits and pieces of her pigmentation, she was unclean. Okay, and it says, and Aaron said unto Moses, at last, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. All right, for example, when a baby's born, all right, let a baby, when it has its pigmentation, I'm talking about like someone of so-called Negro descent, all right, so-called black man. When he comes out, he might have a lighter complexion than what he is when he gets a little older, or days go by. He comes out like real light. Okay, so that's in comparison to how Miriam looked. She looked as one dead. Okay, and that's why I said of whom the flesh is half consumed. Okay, because that means that she had maybe bits and pieces of her pigmentation. All right, because it said of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O power, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received again. Right, she was cut off from the congregation, man. She was basically out there in the wilderness, man, away from the people. All right, because she was considered unclean, just like this female right here, man, considered unclean, man. Okay, and it says and Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. All right, and the Lord, he gave her back her complexion, he gave her back her pigmentation. Her whole body was whole. When the Lord was on the scene, all right, who the world ain't called Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai in ancient Hebrew, what he would do, he was healing people that had this type of skin condition, man. Unlike what they show in the in these Bible movies, they show like people that are, like they have like scales on their body. That's not leprosy. Leprosy is the condition what they call vitiligo. All right, today, that's that condition, man. Okay, and it said, and afterward the people removed from Hezroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. All right, that's it on that. All right, so pretty much, man, this is what leprosy is, all right, in which she would be considered unclean. All right, just like you got this other I believe she's a model. All right, her name goes by the name of Winnie Harlow. All right, which she's a so-called model, okay, and she has leprosy, okay. But in Esau's society, you know, she's looked at as a someone of beauty, and you know, all right, which this is not considered a beauty, all right. This is not considered beauty. She's unclean, all right. She has the condition, the disease, the curse of leprosy, okay. But here in this society, they'll give her, you know, they'll give her the title as being beautiful, all right, as being gorgeous, as being brave, you know. But the Most High considers you unclean. So with that, I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully your brothers are edified through this lesson. And I want to close out by giving all honors and glory and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kadash, and peace and blessings to the hopeful light. Shalawam.